Top of the morning, creator. Day 14. That's right. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2/3 of the way. However you want to say it. How's it going? Are you just building and building and building on your fabulousness? I can't help but thinking you must be. I mean, seriously, once you remove the outside blah, blah, and your participation in it, and you start creating instead of reacting, because that's really what it is, right? I think I've talked about this. I talk about it all the time. We have two settings. We're in alignment or we're not. We're creating or we're reacting. They correlate. And I hate to break it to you because I had to break this to myself. Well, let me tell you a story. One of the Abe cruises that I was on, man, they just took the gloves off on this cruise. They literally were kicking people off the stage. The person would sit down and say, I want to talk about my dead cat. And the Abe was like, no, go. Now, I'm a cat lover and mom and a dog lover and mom. So I know what it's like to have a pet, lose a pet, because that's how it feels. Okay, let's be honest. But we were so far beyond that conversation that Abe didn't even want to take the time they're like, your pet's fine. Go sit down. You'll get all the answers you need. I mean, this is the kind of cruise it was. It was like mastery squared. Okay. And they said some things that really blew my mind. There are three things that they really were working on the entire 7 or 8 days that we were together. One of them was, newsflash, you're not in the vortex as often as you think you are. Now, I think that I can say this, that you might know this now that you've been doing this practice, right? Isn't it incredible how much more time you spend in your happy place now than you did a couple weeks ago? And perhaps if I'd asked you a couple of weeks ago if you were a naturally happy person or buoyant person, you would say, oh, I'm in there all the time. No, you're not. You know why I know? Because if you were in there all the time, you'd have more of those things going on that you want. I mean, let's be brutally honest here. Let's be frank. Frank's always been nice to me. Anyway, I had to get brutally honest with myself, man, because I am a happy gal. I am the one that's hope springs eternal. That's what my friends call me. You can't talk about another friend with me and not have me just be on their side and root for them. I am hope springs eternal, seriously. And I thought, wait a minute, am I bullshitting myself? Because we're really good at that, by the way. Am I bullshitting myself? Do I think I'm in the vortex more than I am? And here's the tipping point. You just want to be in it more than you're not. Forget about the numbers, like 51%, 49, whatever, unless you're a numbers person. You just really want your aim, your goal is to be in more than you're not. That's it. That's it. That's easy, man. And since you only have two settings, in or out, it's not complicated, right? And now that you're getting to understand the more subtle feelings that are happening to you, that are giving you the signal, hey girl, yoo-hoo, you're about ready to leap out, that thought that you're going to jump on that just went by, let it go. Now that you're becoming more aware of these things, more in tune to yourself, you can indeed spend more time in than out. So that's something fun for you to watch. It's something fun for you to ponder, something fun for you to be the observer about, right? We're not judging. We're just saying, look at me. Look at me. Am I more in than out? And you know how you know if you're more in than you're out? Look at your life. Look at the quality of your life. Look at the quality of the people in your life. Look at the quality of your interactions. Okay? You don't need anybody else to tell you. You know if you're more out than in or more in than out. Okay, so that was the first thing that they basically said is you guys are bullshitting yourselves. Okay. The second thing that they said was You know, all of you are out here and you're so caught up in stuff, little things, minutia. You get so wound up, you're filled with anxiety, you've got momentum going on these negative subjects, and really it's not that interesting for non-physical. What? I thought to myself. I might have even said out loud. Huh? Are you suggesting that I'm not that interesting to my non-physical posse? Yes, they were suggesting. No, they weren't suggesting. They were saying it. Here's what they said. It's a paraphrase, but it's spot on. Find something interesting to focus on, and then we'll get excited and work with you. What? What? Find something. Wow. Well, doesn't that make sense? Think about it. Who wants to hang out with somebody who's not interesting, who's just frantically chasing her own tail, who's going over thoughts that she's been thinking for 20 years and hasn't upgraded? Not a lot of people. Your inner being, he has nowhere else to go, so they're stuck. Yeah. Get interesting. And how do you get interesting? You get rid of all the crap. Okay? So, let me tell you a story within a story. I was at an Abe workshop. And the woman that they called into the hot seat had spina bifida. And as she sat down in the seat, because, you know, of course, her body showed signs of having this disease. I was watching Abraham. I was in the front row, and I love watching Source do their thing. And all of a sudden, they shifted, markedly shifted. Somebody else just took control of the crew that we call Abraham. Somebody else just became Herr General. Somebody else just took the point position. It was so evident. Her entire countenance, body, posture, vibration shifted into such a place of magnificent knowing and sagacity. It blew my mind. And I was sitting next to my girlfriend, and we looked at each other, and she nodded like I saw it too. They brought in the big guns for this gal. And I saw them. I saw the big guns. I felt the big guns. And they looked down on her with such love. It was extraordinary. They brought it all to her as she said to them, I'm thinking I did this to myself, did I not? I'm thinking that I wanted to come into this earth, to this earthly experience, and not be able to turn away from being different from others. And they said, that's exactly what you did. So those folks, those freaking alpha, that's what we want playing with us, don't we? Don't you want to bring in the big guns? Don't you want to wake up everybody around you who's bored as hell from the same thing over and over in your head? I'm talking about myself, by the way. I'm not judging you because I know my head. Okay. Yes, you want the big guns. And how do you get the big guns? By doing all the stuff that we're doing together. All of it. Because what happens is the more time you spend in your imagination, the more time you spend creating rather than reacting, the more time you spend praising, okay, means that cool, new, inspired thoughts can rush in and just grab you. Whew. And then your team wakes up and comes rushing in and says, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? We're on it. We're on it. We're on it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to go for this one? Because we're ready. That's what we want. The big guns. Okay? And then the third thing, back to the cruise. So I've realized that I'm boring my non-physical helpers and I'm bullshitting myself. Now for the third thing. And they looked out at us You know, on the cruise ship, you've got the balcony and the all the upper tiers, and they looked out at us with such a fervent desire to get this into our heads. And they said, we don't care how great your life is right now, how great you think your life is, because every single one of you in here has barely scratched the surface of what you are capable of. Barely scratched the surface. What? Barely scratched the surface? Are you kidding me? I think I'm doing pretty great. And guess what? I was. But still, I was barely scratching the surface. You see, we are. Oh, we're eternal beings whose reach knows no bounds. And really, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do another course because I just can't help myself. We're going to go into another phase, my friends, of where we really push ourselves on these boundaries, okay? Once we get these systems that we're working on here, then I'm going to take you to a whole new universe of creativity. That just came flowing through me. I guess I'm doing it. I guess my A team is here, my alpha team. They said it. You heard it. I got to do it now. What the hell? I'm putting myself out there. Okay. That's how freaking powerful we are. That we've barely scratched the surface and we're having a good time, huh? You can't rest on your laurels. That's the message. And that's what our next time together, if you choose to play with me again, that's where we're going to go in the next one. Okay? We're going to take this juicy here and we're going to move it into the next phase. What do I really want? What shit makes my toes curl? What dreams do I have that I want to manifest? That seem out of my ken, but I know that I can create an atmosphere to make them realized. So I hope that this little chat today has woken you up to more possibilities, okay? More realizations, more understanding. How about we meditate on it? What do you say? So putting everything aside, anything you don't need, let's fall up into our juicy space together. Close your eyes. Inhale and exhale swiftly to release any stuck energy in your body. So inhaling through your nose. Let it all go. Give me another one of those. Inhale through your nose. Release and exhale through your mouth. One more time. 3 is a charm. Inhale through your nose. Exhale and release. Beautiful. Eyes closed. Body relaxed. Open. Available. Flowing. Mind open. Both doors. Maybe you don't have any doors on your mind now. Maybe your mind is just an expansive sea of probability and possibility. Your forehead is relaxed. Your cheeks. The skin on your face is smooth. Your eyes are deep in your skull. Seeing from within, Creator. That's what our meditative experience is. Inward sight. Ears relaxed. Tongue laying at the base of your mouth. Jaw released and relaxed. throat, neck open, shoulders heavy, arms heavy, hanging off your shoulders, forearms heavy in your lap or on the arms of your chair, hands and wrists and fingers heavy, heavy, released. Chest moving to the breath, but relaxed, not participating. Stomach released, pelvis heavy, upper thighs, knees, calves, feet and toes, heavy, released. And here you are again. Floating in the sea of unlimited you, blurring the lines between human, between skin and air. Enveloping your full being. Coming together in this space of ease, tranquility, your sanctuary, your workshop, from which all ideas bubble forth. This is the realm from which you create. This is the realm of your imagination. This is the realm of unlimited, eternal beingness. Basking here, savoring, noticing with your inner eye. Are there colors in your inner realm? Are they the same when you come here, or do they change? Or perhaps their hue changes. Look around, reach with your inner eye to the far corners of your realm. Relaxing while you do so, relax the body. Body does not need to participate. You're reaching with your mind's eye, reaching ever forward. The colors, do they If you have colors, do they move? Do they have a dance, a rhythm to them? Can you feel anyone else here with you? Or are you alone today? Just you and your inner being. Or are there other interested, non-physical beings lurking at the edge of your realm, just waiting for your focus and attention to call them in, to co-create with you? That's right. Teed up and ready to go with you. Okay. It's time for us to bid adieu to our sanctum sanctorum, but not without grabbing a little something to take with you into your day. Maybe you can look around and see something that catches your eye. A little keepsake, something that means something to you. And you can put it in your pouch. Maybe it's something that you can put into the fold of your cape that you wrap around you as you come up and out of this and bring forward into your day, bringing you forth with you, the blended, aligned, creative genius that you are. Slowly taking deeper inhalations and exhalations. Waking up your body to participate in the day. Wiggling your fingers and toes, eyes still closed for as long as possible. Savoring the sea of possibility, tranquility that is always available to you. And then remember, as you open your eyes, you want them deep in your skull, so that when you open, you will be recording everything from your observatory. Every piece of your eye is being used, every pixel, pushing them to the limit as you find yourself back where you started. But you're not the same. You're not the same human who sat in the chair this morning. You can't be. You're constantly evolving, constantly recording your experiences and sifting and sorting them into that's a groovy experience pile and that's not so groovy experience pile. That thought appeals to me, that one doesn't. You cannot be the same person that you were from moment to moment, from juicy now moment to juicy now moment. Welcome to the new you, the new ever expanding you. Now grab your journal and get scribing. How have you barely scratched the surface? What does that mean to you? What does it mean to you to get your non-physical posse of dead geniuses excited about working with you? What does that mean to you? What does that bring up within you? And then finally, are you more in than out? Are you more creating and less reacting? Play with all of it. Have fun with all of it. There's nothing serious going on here. It's just so evident when you really start spending more and more time in your sweet spot. There's nothing serious about it at all. As a matter of fact, it's so crazy fun. It almost, I should be charged, I feel sometimes. It should be illegal to feel this good. I'll leave you with this. Although I didn't receive it well at the time. But when I separated from my husband, I decided to get a gym membership. Now, I'm not a gym person. I'm a yogi, right? It's a different world. And I knew that, but you know why I joined the gym? Anybody got an idea? Bueller? I wanted to window shop. I'd been out of the game. I wanted to check out what was going on. Just brought my mat in. I had them teach me a few machines. And I went shopping for flirtation, shopping for fun. Shopping. And so one day I ran into a friend of mine. We had owned a yoga studio together. And I hadn't seen her in quite a while. And she knew Scott, my former husband, soon to be former husband. And she asked me how I was doing. She's like, wow, you look great. You look so happy. What's going on? I said, oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? I left Scott Davis and I've never felt better. I mean, I'm here, I'm window shopping. I can't believe I can feel this good. I can't believe I'm following my bliss. This is my bliss. And my life has just exploded in so many ways. I can't even explain it. And she looked at me and cocked her head to the side. You know how people do? So you know they're going to say something like, oh, God, here it comes. And she said, are you on drugs? And I don't want to tell you what I said because I wasn't. I reacted. I was pissed. But what a compliment, huh? What a compliment. Drugs? Yeah, I'm on myself. I'm flying with myself. I am my own wingman here. I'm flying with me and the powers of the universe. Because you know what I know, Creator? You know what that's all, if you boil all this down, when people say to me, what is it you do or you teach or whatever? I say, you know what? It's really simple. It's understanding the laws of the universe and using them to your advantage. Okay? So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah, I'm on drugs. All right. I'm going to leave you now. Goodness, I'm having a great time. I better go get that new course ready, huh? Got to get on it. Have a grand day. Leave no stone unturned. Can't wait to hear all about it. Ciao, Creator. Until tomorrow.